After a wonderful time of fixing his fuel filter, we're actually doing laps.
It broke off the trailer. It caught on the trailer and broke. Fucking awesome. Didn't even get it off the trailer.
My fault. I had my mic on mute. What's up, guys? Today we're gonna be watching the McGamer 23's Drift Boy video. This time I'll actually have my mic on. We're doing 2 reactions. We're also gonna be doing this 3 True Doppelganger horror story animated. But let's start out. Let's watch this.
After a wonderful time of fixing his
Bro,
filter.
Hold up. What is this? Nah. Cause what?
We're actually doing lap fuel filter.
Nah, what?
After a wonderful time of fixing his.
Bro's looking like Santa with that thing. Bro's looking like Santa.
Fuel filter. We're actually doing laps.
The audio quality is not it.
Off the trailer. It caught on the trailer and broke.
At least the video's
Fucking
not
awesome.
horrible.
Didn't even get it off the trailer.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. For sure. Okay. And the camera. He's not even. Oh! He's not filming the drifting. He's not like filming anything cool. Ooh. I don't know much about drifting, but it's pretty cool. Yep, Need for Speed. Yo, he's doing the Lightning McQueen thing. The thing from Lightning McQueen. If you wanted to go left, turn right. Okay, this is kind of cool. This is cool. We're only a minute into this video and it's already cool. It's just drifting. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing car drifting ASMR sounds. First we have the engine hum. The engine hum is a very good trigger. It's some people get the tinglies from it.
I don't think I have a lot of power anymore.
Gets no power. Oh, and now we have the screeching of the wheel. Oh, there is a Dutch sticker. You're right. There is a Dutch sticker. And Fiji water. Ooh. He almost went into. I think he went into the grass there. Fiji.
Go into the water.
Okay. What is this camera angle? That would be scary. I'm not even gonna lie. I'd be so scared. Like, doing that would scare me. Like, I feel like you would roll so easily. I'm not saying it doesn't look fun, but it's also scary. It's like a roller coaster. It's fun once you're done, but while you're doing it, it's like super scary. I guess when you got that Dutch Bros sticker though, it kind of makes it better. For real, I feel like if his phone would be easily dropped. Hey, is the video too loud though? Let me know if like something's too loud. Okay. Came to a full stop.
Nope. Not that one.
Barely, like, it's almost satisfying how, like, close he gets to the edge of the road without, like, falling off. Like, he almost falls off, but he doesn't quite.
Going, boy?
Going down!
Yo, W in the chat for the drone. He had the flying phone shot. Dude, that drone's working hard to follow that car. Like, whoever's flying that drone has some talent. Bro's got no door. He's got no door frame. Dude, he almost hit that wall. The drone makes a return. Drone. Ooh. Oh, they fell off. Yeah, him falling out altogether. That would be a #1 day ruiner. That'd be an F in the chat.
Huh? I just lost the tire.
Yeah, it would be broken. Okay, now we're gonna get some outside view. Okay, that truck did well. KO Gravity wins. Fatality. Fatality. I can't get my voice deep enough. ASMR car sounds once again. Yo, should I do an ASMR stream one day? I could just get like a nice mic and do some ASMR. Nah, you don't want the ASMR? Bro, I'm not seeing enough drifting right now. I want some more drifts. Right here, drift. No, he's not gonna drift. Drift. Oh, there was a drift. Blue part. Yep. Chewing 5 gum is W move. Like drinking sparkling water or watching Andrew Tate. All W moves. Andrew Tate. Ooh! That was nice.
The hell?
That one over there is nice. On the left. This is the Gulag in Warzone for real. Now, Andrew Tate is not a fat elf. He had, well, like, most of his views are, but, like, he has a couple W takes. Most of his takes are kind of the L's. Oh, okay. That's the end of the video. But, most of respawn. Okay, right here. We respawned. But, we're moving on. But most of Andrew Tate, his takes are pretty bad. Nah, he's got some W takes. I'm not gonna lie. Most of them are bad. Like, he's got some, like, stupid things. But, like, carrying a sword around would solve the world's problems. Facts. Like, if everyone carried a sword, world problems would be solved. But we got a spooky times coming up. 3 true doppelganger stories. Andrew W. from Delicious D. Yeah, W. Tate. But, we got some spooky times today. Not as spooky as today. I tried, the 1 chip challenge. I ate that, super spicy one. The Pocky 1 chip. And oh my gosh, I was crying after. I had to, like, down half a gallon of milk. Okay, and it still did not work. Bro, and it, like, made me throw up. And I guess acid helps take away, wimp. Wow. Acid helps take away heat. So after I threw up, it felt better. Yeah, I know. Lol. I was crying. But, let's get into this. 3 true...
Hi. I don't really want to
doppelganger
disclose
stories.
my name, so you can just call me White Wolf.
White Wolf. White Wolf. I call that breakfast. Nah, this guy's name is not White Wolf. This guy is this. Let's see. What's his name's like a. Imagine crying. Nah. What do we think this guy's name is? Type in the chat. What is this guy's name? It is not White Wolf. It's got to be like a Mark. Or like a, I don't know, something like a Bill. Someone who lives in his mom's basement.
That's what everyone else
Yeah,
called
he's
me
not
as
a
a
top
child,
G.
anyway.
Bro,
I live in
I'm sorry, nobody's calling, yeah, Joshua. That could be a Josh. But no, I'm sorry, nobody is calling their best friend, hey, what's up, White Wolf? Like, you're not
small
called White
country
Wolf.
town in the south with lots of
Yeah,
woods and
Josh,
deer
agreed.
nearby. I love nature and taking care of animals, so I often visit the woods behind my house to put out corn for the deer and tuna fish for the many stray cats that hung around the neighborhood. I used to be afraid of being in the woods alone as a child, but as I grew older, I also grew out of that fear. I also often wear a white hoodie and a pair of black dress pants, which allows many of the neighbors in the area to identify me on sight.
Vincent.
They're always nice and kind to me because I'm kind to their animals, and they don't really make a fuss if they catch me so-called trespassing on their property, because I often have good reason to do so. I'm also often accompanied by my large dog, which will be important for you to know later. One day, my neighbor came over to me, asking me what I was doing in a part of the woods I never went into before, and if I needed help taking care of a new animal. I was confused and
Yo,
explained to her
Arshaw.
that I actually wasn't in that neck of the woods, and that I was actually home in bed sick that day. My neighbor was confused, but she shrugged it off and told me to have a nice day. I forgot about that interaction until a week later, when I went out to walk with my favorite cat in the woods.
A cat
It was
walks?
late in the evening. Actually, it was probably night now that I think about it. I was wearing my usual white hoodie and black pants, and walking by my side was my favorite cat.
Let's rate the fit real quick. For real, let's rate the fit. He got the white hoodie, the black sweatpants. I don't know. He kind of looking basic right now. I'm gonna go with like a 5 out of 10, kind of a mid fit. What are y'all thinking? Yeah, he does never change clothes. Like when it's been a week and he's still wearing the same thing. A 10? Bro, for real, rated a 10? 5 out of 10. Yeah, it is basic. It's pretty basic. It's basic. Yeah, it does look like someone you see at Walmart.
We were having a great time playing together when suddenly she stopped playing and quickly turned her head to face a tall growth of vines and trees on the other side of the creek. I suspected that she had just seen a coyote or one of my deer, so I
One
got
of
her
your
attention
deer?
and we
You
walked
own the
off to
deer?
where I usually left food for the other cats.
Sorry, I didn't know you.
I put out the bowl of
He did get
food
his
deeper
hoodie
in
at
the woods,
Target. He had
and I
to.
laughed when my cat tried to nuzzle my hand as I set out the food. Cut it out, I laughed. You silly cat. After I put out the food, I turned around to walk back home.
Okay, also, the voice does not match. I know, I paused at a bad spot, but the voice is not matching this guy. This guy does not have that deep of a voice. His voice is, like, way too deep. He's too broke for Target. His voice is too
Then
deep
I saw
for her.
what my cat had initially seen earlier. What caused her to freeze. There, standing in front of the vines and trees, was a man who looked
Auto-tune?
exactly like me.
Yo,
He had a similar pale complexion, dark shoulder-length hair, and a white hoodie and dark pants. He had black boots on, like the pair I was wearing, and beside him stood a tall, dark Doberman dog.
getting pretty
He was just like
creepy.
me in every way, except his white hoodie was ripped up and stained with fresh blood.
Yeah, Jeff the Killer.
I grabbed my cat like
Nah.
a football and ran.
Bro's
I ran
not
up the
running.
hill where my house was.
Bro's not running. He's walking. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I love animals. He goes to Bullseye, not Target. I love animals, but like, he is walking, not running, and he picked up his cat. I'm sorry, cat. You're on your own for that. I don't mind. I like animals, but you're on your own, cat. I'm running, and I'm not doing this little walk that he's got. I'm running. Yeah, power walking with his cat. I'm running.
But the man was still behind me.
Increase his walk cycle
I was
speed
going
by
to cry
10%.
when a miracle happened.
LMAO.
My mom came home in her car, and she caught the man in her headlights. She blew her horn as loudly as she could, scaring the man back into the woods instantly.
Bro, that guy's not getting scared by
I
a
thanked
car
her and
horn.
put away my cat in my shed that night. If I were thinking, I would have called the police as soon as I got back in the house, but I was too scared to think straight, and instead went right to sleep.
Bro sleeps with his covers
Now
on
I
his
only
face.
go in the woods during the day, and I keep my phone on me, just in case my doppelganger is waiting to replace
Yo!
me again.
Yo! What is that? What is that?
This happened just 4 days ago. My family and I were having lunch in the backyard.
Okay, that was pretty anticlimactic story right there. That was pretty anticlimactic. I want to see, like, the guy sneaking up on him while he's sleeping or something. Yeah, pretty boring.
We have a big house because my grandparents, my parents, my aunts and uncles, and cousins live in one big house together. It was getting sunnier, and I didn't want my skin to become tanned. I was walking towards the backyard door as I wanted to grab a fitted sweater and a hat from my bedroom when suddenly
She sounds
my
like
8-year-old
Trish.
cousin grabbed my arm, asking,
8
"Can I
years
come
old
with you?
cousin.
I want to grab my mom's phone from the living room." And I nodded.
I speak Grammarly.
5 minutes
properly.
later, I had changed my clothes and was waiting for my cousin when I heard her voice from the backyard.
Millennial?
Maybe she didn't want to wait for me, I thought. I was about to go back outside when I heard a voice behind me. Dear, don't you think you'll get too hot and sweat in what you're wearing? I turned my head and saw my mom. No, I'm fine as long as I don't get tanned, I said.
Why don't
Then
you wanna get
I
tanned?
noticed
Like, is it
something.
that bad?
She had different clothes on. My mom had been wearing pants and a t-shirt earlier. Now she was wearing a simple dress. I asked her,
Yeah,
"Oh,
her
why
voice
did you
is
change
kinda
your
a little weird.
clothes?" She didn't answer me,
Yeah, bro.
but she turned around and
Everybody is walking like so. Like, bro, you're not a tortoise. You're not a tortoise. Put a little pep into your step.
walked toward the stairs. I found it weird at that time, and I glanced out the window, revealing my whole family in the backyard. My heart dropped when I saw my mom outside.
Oh nah.
If my
I'm
mom was
leaving.
out there, then
Oh,
who was
nah.
this woman here with me?
All these stories are the same. Lol, just someone with a doppelganger. Yeah, it's literally called 3 True Doppelganger Horror Stories. Like, did you not read the title? Did you not hear me read it? They're all supposed to be the same. Oh. Bro, nah. I'm out of there.
Was she a
I'm jumping
doppelganger?
out of that window
Thoughts
right
were running
now.
wildly through my head until the other mom spoke.
Yeah, it is
Come
hot out
with
and
me,
she's-
she said.
Nah.
Let
Oh,
me show
nah.
you how to dress up properly.
Oh,
A
nah.
weird smile plastered on her face.
Oh, nah.
That's when I knew that she was not my real mom.
Yeah.
She had no
oh,
dimples. My real mom had dimples when she smiles.
Nah, see, the difference between you and me is I'm jumping out that window. She's stoned. Yeah, what is up with those eyes, bro? But, yeah, she's probably stoned. But I'm out of there. Like, I'm jumping out the window. Don't do drugs, Mom. Mom, where are you? Hi, Mom. Stop. Go right to, yeah, that's right. I'm pulling out the 9. My name's, bro, calm down. Don't pull, no, I'm pulling out the 9. I'm shooting her. Yeah. It's not that her real mom is outside. It's that she doesn't have dimples. The dimples are the dead giveaway. Not that her other mother's outside. Yeah. Bro, we need Andrew Tate to talk to this woman and be like, nah, bro, if you're in that situation, jump out the window. Jump out the window, bro. Broken legs are not as bad as whatever's going on here. Okay? Yeah. Bro, the dimples, bro. That's what gave it away. Not a top
I
G
acted
moment.
normal so she wouldn't get suspicious. To be honest, I got really scared
Oh,
on the
God.
inside. I knew how to escape from this woman, though. Some say if you curse at a bad spirit, they will go away. It's a Filipino belief. So I yelled at her, "Shut up, woman! Don't bother me! I don't need your fashion opinion!" Then I stormed back outside.
Stormed out.
My face was blank, and then suddenly I started crying because I was super scared.
Just
I
jump out
didn't
the
know
window.
how I
I'm
had
sorry.
managed to act brave in front
Ooh,
of a bad
run
spirit. I ran to my mom.
Turn into a professional football player, ram straight into them, and then run down the stairs, okay? Turn into that inner lineman, bring out the inner lineman you have, freaking drop her, and run down the stairs if you're too scared to jump out the window.
And hugged her. All of my family was asking what was going on, and I told them everything that had happened. After that day, everything went back to normal, I guess. No weird things happened again. Maybe the cursing had actually worked?
Now I'm leaving that
I don't
house
know.
after that.
But my advice for you guys is if you ever see something that bothers or scares you, just act brave or be
Who's
brave.
weird?
Or maybe curse at
Oh,
them.
nah!
It might just work.
Oh, nah! I saw that! Nah! What are those eyes? Oh, nah! Nah, she's there! She killed the mom! Oh, nah! I'm out of here! You're done, bro! Goodbye! Nah, that's... She on something weird. Yeah, whoa, bro. Yo. I don't know, bro. Don't be saying racist stuff like that. Okay? Nah, if there's any racism in this chat, bro, you're banned from my lives.
At them. It might just work.
That was your warning.
This story happened a while ago when I was about 9 years old. It was an early morning, around dawn, when I suddenly woke up to
She's
see
staring at
a
her
tall,
nose.
strange figure standing over me.
Yeah, no
It
roof.
must have been watching me while I was asleep.
Yo.
It had a blank, pale
Nah,
face.
you good.
But it still looked like
was
a
just a
real
mistake.
person. And it looked exactly like my mom. The figure was wearing a blue bathrobe, something like my mom used to wear during the winter. So I figured my mom was maybe sleepwalking for the first time and came into my room during her dream. I was so startled, so I said to my mom, "What are you doing in my bedroom?"
That's what
going
I'm trying to ask.
You just scared me.
Like someone
But she
standing
didn't
you
reply.
over you wet like that, like staring at you while you're sleeping, and she's so calm. Yeah, dang, mom, you took in my bed. Get out of here. I'm not trying to sleep in some damp blanket. I'm out of
Why?
there. These people are so
The
dumb.
figure just kept staring at me. So I gave my mom another confused look and just went back to bed.
Bro went
Thinking
to
that if
bed
she's
after that?
sleepwalking, she'll eventually leave my bedroom
Yeah,
and go back to
waterbed
bed.
2022.
My eyes were closed for a second before I turned around again because I felt like someone was still standing behind me, but the figure ended up being gone. Panicking,
Yeah, you
I
did
looked
it
around my
hide
room
under your
because I
blanket.
didn't hear my bedroom door open or close, meaning it wasn't my mom, and whoever it wasn't sleepwalking. The person didn't even exist. A few days later, I told my mom and asked her again about why she was in my bedroom at 6 a.m. when I obviously was sleeping, but she had no idea what I was talking about. She said she never came into my bedroom and that she had never sleepwalked in her entire life.
Bro.
So I told her about this strange figure that was watching me while I slept and
I'm
dressed in
moving.
her bathrobe. And then it disappeared after I acknowledged
Bro,
its
that's my
presence.
mom.
She didn't really think anything of it. She just laughed it off and blamed it on my eyes must be getting tired. My mom always insisted that our home wasn't haunted
Nah,
or
your
built
home's
on top
haunted,
of a
I'm sorry.
historical ground. She's really spiritual, like into tarot card readings and psychics and manifestations. So she must not have wanted to give in to the evil side. But that experience never left me. And my mom has now told me that I used to sit on our staircase and have conversations with the little boy and girl as a child.
Oh,
I've
nah.
heard many stories about people supposedly talking to their
We're
family
leaving.
members, but they're really communicating with a demon in disguise. And I fully believe that the same thing
Oh
happened
my
to me
God.
that night.
Bro, nah. I'm sorry for the nightmares, bro. Yo, do we watch this? It's 4 minutes. I'm sorry for the nightmares, but do we watch this? Like, do we watch another video or do we end the stream there? Type in the chat. Do we want to watch? We want to watch another video? So do we want to watch this or something else? We got The Psychotic Man. We got My Mom Tried to Exorcise the Devil Out of Me. 6 True 7-Eleven Horror Stories. Yeah. If a demon's standing over me, nah. 7-Eleven? Let's get a vote for 7-Eleven. The devil one. Okay. Devil? Okay, we got 2 votes for devil. Okay, devil. Yeah, look at that. Ad blockers doing their work. Don't have to watch YouTube ads. L to everybody who has to watch them.
My mom was always good at pretending to be a normal person. She owned a hot dog stand and always had that
I'm sorry,
fake
that does not look like a normal face right there. Bro's tweaking.
smile on her face. but I knew who she really was. When she came home from work, she'd close all the curtains and make me pray for hours on our hard wooden floor. It was so painful, and my knees would get really sore, but my mom didn't care. She said it was the only way of keeping bad spirits and demons away.
Yeah, for real.
As I grew older, I realized my mom was crazy.
Hasn't
And at
slept
age
in
14,
weeks.
I finally got up enough courage to tell her I didn't want to pray anymore. I said I was sick of having bruised knees, and I even told her that spirits and ghosts don't actually exist. But I shouldn't have said that, because suddenly my mom looked
what's
at me
that
like I was
face,
some
bro?
kind of stranger.
What's that
She
face?
got one of those huge crystals that she kept for protection and
Nah.
held it up to her eye
Bro's
to
in a
look at me
cult.
through it. "This is bad," she said.
She is
"You're
a demon.
full of evil energy.
She's trying to
We must
exercise the
pray."
goodness out of her, not the
I'd
demon.
heard enough. I went to my room and locked the door.
Yeah, don't do
My
drugs,
mom could be
kids.
really scary, but
That's what happens.
choice did I have anyway? I was too young to leave home, and nobody would care if I told them my mom believed in ghosts. So I knew I was trapped, but I never expected what happened next. That same night, I was woken up by the sound of someone trying to open my door. I thought it might be an intruder, so I asked, "Mom, is that you?" She replied,
Yeah,
"Yes,
Christian's on
sweetie,
crack.
it's
You like-
me. Please,
Nah, this
open
ain't
the door.
Christian.
I'm worried
this
about
whole nother
you."
cult, bro.
I didn't want to let her in, but she was my mom, and that's why I opened the door for her. But then she immediately flew at me, screaming,
nah.
"You're the devil! Leave
Swap-
my door!"
Bro had too much to smoke. Look at those eyes. Bro greened out. Someone greened out here.
"Daughter, foul
Bro got so high she flying at her.
beast!"
Yeah, Snoop Dogg. Bro got so high she
She was
flying at
waving
her.
a large crucifix around, and I saw that she had sharpened the bottom to a point.
Nah,
Was
bro,
she
she ain't
trying
a
to stab
vampire.
me?
She ain't a vampire.
I've never been so scared in my life. But then I picked up my blanket and threw it over my mom, so I had enough time to escape and
Bro, the blanket ain't doing that. The blanket, throwing a blankets are so big. Throwing it is already, you're not going to put much force because, like, the air catches it. It's like a sail, so it's not going to go far. Okay? And then, blankets don't get that much momentum or force, like you said, to knock someone
and run
off
outside.
you.
Luckily,
hard
I ran
pillow?
into a jogger on the street
Maybe?
who called the police for me.
But, like,
Shortly after, my
maybe.
mom got arrested. She told them I was possessed, and she was only trying to save my soul by doing an exorcism to chase the devil out of me. Wow, how kind of her. Unfortunately for my
Doctor
mom,
Strange's
the
cape
judge
might do that. Bro's got Doctor Strange cape as her blanket.
saw things differently. He ordered a psychiatric assessment for her, and now she's in a psychiatric ward until she's cured. But I don't think that will ever happen.
Bro saying hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper.
happen. Just recently, she attacked one of the guards because she thought he was a demon, and now she has to spend most of her time locked up in her room. It's sad because she only gets 1 hour a day to walk outside, and when they do let her out, she's heavily sedated. Recently, I went to see her for the first time. My heart was pounding like crazy, but all she could say was, "Is it you? Is it really you and not the devil?" It was so sad to
Bro's
see her like
tweaking,
that.
bro.
She looked so
It's
old,
crazy. She's
like she'd just
crazy.
been through hell. I couldn't cope. I burst into tears and left.
Yeah. Bro's a
Luckily, my
walker.
Aunt Becky was waiting
this
for
is
me
the
outside.
Walking Dead.
Because after my mom got locked away, my aunt legally adopted me, and it's fair to say that she is the parent I've always dreamed of. Recently, she asked me what I wanted to do with my life, and I told her I wanted to produce horror movies someday. If my mom had heard that, she would have punished me severely.
Nah, bro, you live in a
But
horror
my aunt is
movie.
different. And that's why she
You live in
instead
the
bought me
horror
a camera so I could start working on my first amateur horror movie. It's a bit like Paranormal Activity, just lower quality.
Hey, yo, bro, this is not family friendly. What is this about horror movies? Frostwalker from Game of Thrones. Bro, you're 8. You're 8, bro. You should not be filming these horror movies.
So I know I've got to learn a lot, but with my aunt's help, I'm sure I'll
We're
get
trying to
there.
keep it friendly. Family friendly. Hamburger, cheeseburger. Okay, we'll watch the 7-Eleven. People still trying to watch that? Okay.
Hi. I don't really want to disclose my
If you shop
We trying to watch the 7-Eleven? Yeah, me after someone tried to steal my sandwich. Okay, Okay, 7-Eleven. Slurpee.
More than a decade ago, on one of the hottest days of the year, I was taking my kids down to the 7-Eleven near our apartment block to get some big gulps. And just as we were walking past a public park, right near a tree line, this completely normal, well-dressed looking couple came out.
Normal? What are those? What are these eyes? What is it? What is this haircut, bro? What is this haircut? What is normal about this? What is normal about this freaking turtleneck? Okay, who wears a turtleneck?
Out of the trees and starts walking right towards us.
This is not normal.
I actually couldn't believe it when the guy suddenly told me to give him my wallet and anything else in my
Bro's
pockets.
teeth! Bro's teeth! Bro looking like a minion. Bro got minions living in his teeth right now. Yeah, that mom from the last video. Yeah, these are the demons. Yeah, the teeth are the scariest thing all night.
I mean, I thought it was a dumb joke of some kind. They look so well dressed that.
Bro, his
they could've been
eyes are
office-
not right either. Bro might have been. Those are a little red, bro. A bit red. Have you had anything to maybe smoke tonight? Anime be like.
Workers or something.
Bro, he got the yellow teeth too. My bad, I burped then. Yeah, he is looking two things at once, and he's what's with these yellow teeth, bro? Yellow teeth.
I actually let out this nervous laughter, then asked if they were serious, and the guy answered my question.
No, the freaking the Megamind picture. No maidens, cause of these yellow teeth. No maidens.
By pulling out what looked like a fishing knife from his jacket pocket. When he opened it and pointed it at me, I shoved my daughter behind me to protect her as best I
Opened
could.
it? How did you
Good.
open that? Where's
But then,
the
just as I was going to do
closing
the same for my
mechanism?
son, the woman grabbed his other arm and began pulling him towards her. I honestly felt like my heart was about to explode with fear.
Got that
There's no other way of
bling.
describing it. And I suddenly just lost all sense of self-preservation as I leapt forward to attack this well-to-do looking woman who just grabbed my boy. The next thing I know, I felt what I could only describe as a cold punch under the ribs of my left side, and I looked down to see that the guy had buried his fishing knife in my stomach.
Okay, you got stabbed. Just get
What
unstabbed.
came next feels a little bit like divine
Just
intervention,
get unstabbed.
as two joggers had spotted what was
Bro's
going
weak.
on and came
He-
over to
just
intervene.
get unstabbed.
This scared off at least one of the unassuming muggers, but as I turned to check on my kids, I just sort of felt like my legs
Top
fall
D.
out from underneath me, and I hit the ground hard. I
Stop
remember
it,
hearing
yes.
someone screaming
Bro
and
spelled
thinking
weak wrong. Bro spelled weak wrong. It's WEAK.
it was my daughter, but when I looked, the woman who grabbed my son was on the ground crying and wailing with blood pouring out of her mouth. I honestly don't remember hitting her, but she seemed pretty adamant that I did, and she was actually trying to make out like she was the victim of the whole situation, maybe to avoid getting arrested when the cops showed up. The police that patrolled the park showed up not long after that, and the cops actually started asking the woman what happened, like we were a couple or something. My kids had to tell them that she was the partner of the guy that stabbed me, and this definitely threw the joggers off too because they had definitely assumed that that was the case
Bro came straight from prison. Got the prison fit going.
too. The whole time I just kept begging someone to call an ambulance because I was pretty sure that I was bleeding to death. I got taken to the hospital and, to my complete disbelief,
bro, true. This fake. They're not. The first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna call the ambulance if you're stabbed.
I was questioned about the incident as if though I was a suspect.
Yeah,
I had
bro,
no idea what this
bro got Slurpee on his shirt.
was about until a while after, when it looked more and more likely that I was going to be
W
charged
comment.
with battery for the woman, since it turns out she actually had a decently well-off family and had gotten into some vicious cycle of addiction with some trust fund junkies she met in the city. Her family actually tried to sue me when the charges didn't stick,
They
but it was
kept the
thrown out
knife in.
and she was sentenced
He's
for
still got
attempted
the knife in
kidnapping
him.
not long after. As for me, I had a tube in my chest for
that's
2
not-
weeks
that's not
after
knife.
my surgery
I
to
thought that was
remove
the
the knife, but I thankfully made a full recovery. Honestly, when I look back at it, I'm just glad my kids didn't get hurt in any way.
Yeah,
And I still
for
run
real.
through all the horrific
Like,
scenarios in my head.
The first thing that they'd be doing is, yo, bro, you got a knife in you? Let me talk to this woman over here who just got a bloody nose. Bro, your knife not important, bro. Just get up.
Where they
Stop
didn't
crying.
walk away from that situation
Weakling.
unscathed.
Just get unstabbed.
If you really like my content and want to support me, please like this video and click the subscribe button. It helps me to grow my channel and it's essential.
One of the most chilling moments of my whole life was while working at 7-Eleven. Some guy walks
Okay,
in.
what they got for sale here? Okay, so $1.77 for soda. Man, I wish soda was that much. God, went to the gas station today. It was like $3. Protein bars. Okay, they got. Where's the Slurpee? I don't see a Slurpee.
wearing a suit, staggers
Yeah,
over
bar
to one of the fridge
proteins. Cranberries? Who has cranberries as a snack?
and grabs a ton of those Starbucks
Bro, it's the
cold
same
brews.
guy. The same guy.
Out
Bro,
of one
what
of
you
them
doing here? He's
before
getting his cold
dumping
brew
them
so
all
he
on the
can
counter in
stay awake all night so he can keep stabbing people.
front of me. The
Puts
stink of
lotion on
booze
the
off of
skin.
him was just wild,
Puts those
and
in.
as I'm ringing him up,
Good movie.
I asked if he'd either had a really good day or a really bad one. He's let out this really hearty laugh and
It's
then
the
tells
same
me
guy.
a little of
gotta be.
both. He then goes on to explain that he'd just gotten out of court and that he's been acquitted of accidentally shooting one of his hunting buddies on a trip that happened a few years ago. I was so stunned that I didn't really know what to say.
For real,
I just went with the
unbelievable.
first thing that came to mind, which was, I'm sorry.
Bro, what's
He
with
laughs
this
again.
animation though? I'm sorry, like, bro's eyes are outside his body. They're not even like in it. They're attached outside. Like most people have an eye socket. Nah, bro, this guy's got an eye like not a socket. He got an eye like pop out. Yeah,
Shakes
yeah.
his head and then
The
asks
eyes
me,
be going through the
you know what
glasses.
the funniest thing is, though? I shake my head, taking the 10 he gave me before grabbing his change from the register.
Yeah.
And when he tells me,
his eyes exist.
I swear I almost dropped his money all over the floor when he spoke. He tells me it was no accident. Then just starts laughing to himself while he pockets the change and scoops
Oh,
up
yeah,
all the
separate.
cold brews from the counter.
I
I was so taken aback that all I could do was just stand there, watching the guy as he walked out of the store and towards his parked
This
car.
that's your creepiest story. Yeah, one just poked me, but that's your creepiest story. It's not
Then my
over.
mind switches to thinking, please get into the passenger seat. Please get into the passenger seat. But nope. He climbs right into the driver's side, starts the engine, then drives off. I'm not saying I have a photographic memory or anything, more like I was repeating his license plate number back to myself as I grabbed my phone and plugged it into the Notepad app. Then I called the cops, told them they had a drunk driver on their hands, then just let karma do its thing. There was nothing I could do about him taking one person's life and getting away with it. But I sure wasn't about to stand by and let him kill someone else as the result of being a reckless idiot.
Wait, did I miss something? Like, how is that your scariest... Like, how is that your scariest, encounter? There's, like, did I miss something? All he did was walk in there, be a little creepy as he was getting his cold brew, and then walk out. What did I miss? I don't know. But we're gonna keep watching this video. Or actually, real quick, we're done with that story. Let me go pee real quick. 30-second countdown. Start counting in the chat. Alright, back just in time. Yo, you guys actually counted? W? Okay. I fell asleep. Bro did not.
One of the worst days of my
No
life came
attention
right out of
span?
nowhere. I was working at my job at a local 7-Eleven, just
Bro,
burning away
what?
the daylight.
The voice is not matching up here. Turn on the fan. Yeah. Bro's voice is
Hours
not
with no
matching
passion
up
in
there.
life, no purpose, no nothing. Then suddenly, I feel this terrible headache coming on. I take a few painkillers, then got back to what I was doing. Some customer comes in, I ring them up for a coffee and a pack of donuts, and then that's the last thing I remember. I woke up in the hospital, and the nurses were prepping me for surgery. I was told I'd been diagnosed with a bleed in my brain and that the surgery would involve drilling a hole in my
What?
skull to drain the fluid. Then, just as they were about to put me under, the head of neurology got in touch with someone and called off the surgery completely. What actually happened is that I'd suffered an aneurysm, and according to my doctor, who told me this much later on, I would have probably been dead on the table just seconds after the surgery commenced. With a brain bleed, the solution is to drill holes in your skull, which relieves pressure and prevents your brain from swelling up and squeezing against your skull. If it does that, it can lead to some pretty serious brain damage, which is obviously
Hang
very
on.
bad news. But in the case of an
don't know.
aneurysm, which is what is
Where?
actually
Like,
going
where-
on,
Where is it?
that kind of surgery can prevent sufficient blood flow to your brain due to the sharp drop in blood pressure in your brain tissue. This then basically starves your brain of oxygen, leading to acute tissue death, which obviously just straight up kills you.
Wait, so she's just sitting there working, and then this guy buys donuts and like a drink or something, and all of a sudden she wakes up in a hospital bed? What's going on?
That head
there?
of neurology legitimately saved my
going on
life
there?
that day, and the whole thing dramatically changed my outlook on life.
Two ass.
A person can still feel perfectly healthy, perfectly normal, and then one little weak blood vessel in your brain and boom, it can all be over for them. Life is a terrifyingly fragile thing, one that can really just end at any moment. I quit my job at the 7-Eleven when I was recovering in the hospital, then asked my dad and mom if they could put me up in my old bedroom while I trained to be a comic book artist. They thought my choice of career was a little outlandish, and I don't blame them. But I think
Man.
the shock of almost losing me to some
Thanks for
random medical
asking,
thing
Dr.
made them reevaluate a few things too. These days, I work as a full-time comic book artist, and although I don't make a ton of money, I feel like I'm actually living the life I want to, the one I was supposed to live, not one that's being dictated to me by my need for money or prestige or acceptance. I suppose I'm telling you all this because I hope everyone on Earth can live that way too. And it honestly breaks my heart that some people don't have a choice in the matter. Because the idea that someone's life could just end while they were working some terrible retail job, or doing just about anything they didn't.
Bro. What's up with that? Like, bro's hunchback. Yeah, I don't know where
Want
the
to do.
scariness is
I
coming
don't just find
from.
it heartbreaking. I find the concept
Yo, can
utterly
y'all hear me
terrifying.
all right, though?
Probably because I was just one surgery away
How's
from that
my mic?
exact same thing happening to me.
Okay. Wait, so how is this a 7-Eleven story? Bro just woke up with a brain aneurysm? And that's the scary 7-Eleven story. Bro, what? I'm like wanting like a robber to come in or something. I'm trying to see a robbery story. Kill Bill Volume 1. First scene, yep.
I had a guy come into the 7-Eleven I was working at, and when I was ringing up the items he wanted, he started getting all fresh with me, saying stuff like,
Yeah,
"You're real pretty," and
the
"What
only
time you
scary thing is her hunch, and it's the same girl, same voice,
finish work."
and bro's got a backward. His face is backwards. Like why is this so low here? The shirt looks backwards.
I lied to him and told him I was on till 11 even though I was finishing at 6, which was only like an hour away. He'd said he'd come back then, and we could go out for a beer or something, but I advised him not to
Yeah.
since my boyfriend would be coming to pick me up around then, and he really wouldn't like the idea of some random guy hitting on me. That didn't seem to bother the guy too much
Okay,
though,
bro,
and he
what?
made some
What is this fit? He's got a tie, a shirt, over another like polo shirt or not polo, whatever. Maybe that's polo. I don't know. What is this fit? And what is up with the beard too and his eyes? His eyes especially. Bro's half asleep. His fit is not there. Stoner alert.
some dumb comment about how he'd make my
Bro, he do be looking like the Beast Titan right now.
boyfriend see things his way or something. I just nodded like, "Yep, I'm sure you will." And I could see him getting kind of angry before he walked out of the store. It didn't bother me too much,
Yeah, that
as he was
hairline,
only going to come
that
back.
hairline, bro. Bro, his hairline looking like one of those things at the doctor's office that goes beep beep beep.
Back to the store later on to find out I wasn't there, and by that time,
6 finger.
I'd be
forehead,
safe at home and
probably.
away from any pervy creepers. But then at 6, when my shift finished, I walked outside with my purse only to see a car door open about 20 or 30 feet away. I swear I just about felt my stomach tie into a knot when I saw the creeper step out.
It's a 10.
I did a straight up 180-degree turn on my heel and started walking back into the store, then just went right behind the counter and into the manager's office after telling my coworker, "Just say I'm on break." He seemed real confused for a second, but as I shut the door and listened
Bro,
right
still
at the
got
edge
the
of
yellow teeth.
it was maybe only 30 seconds at the most before I heard him say, "Oh, her? She's just on break. I'm sure she'll be out in a minute." Normally, I'd take the bus back home,
Got
but that night,
ring.
I knew I'd have to get an Uber if I wanted to make it home without being seriously harassed. So I called the Uber, waited for it to arrive, then tried to just walk out as fast as I could. I didn't see the guy in the store, and I asked my coworker real quick, Are they waiting for me? And the guy shook his head, still confused, but kind of getting the gist of what was actually happening.
Oakley glasses.
They asked if I
He's
wanted
a
them to call the
diamond
cops,
upgrade,
and
for
I
real.
shook my head, just gunning for my Uber as I pushed open the glass door.
What is his
I didn't see the guy anywhere,
hair, bro?
and I was so set on getting into the Uber that I didn't look left or right as I walked out of the 7-Eleven.
The Uber
So I had
driver's
basically
gonna be
no
that guy.
warning that the guy was about to grab my arm and jerk me back. He looked really, really angry as he growled,
Still this guy.
"You lied to me," and called me a bunch of names as I tried pulling away from him.
For real. the
Luckily, my
logo
Uber
is
driver saw
backwards.
absolutely everything, and he stepped out of the driver's seat to be all like, "Hey, let her go or I'll call the cops." He did let me go, and just smiled at the Uber driver as he told
Bro's
me,
got Uber painted
isn't
on his
over.
car.
"I don't like being lied to." I wish that was all bluster too, like he was trying to act hard just to save a little face, but he wasn't. And for the next 3 months, he made my life a living hell. He kept showing up outside of the 7-Eleven,
Bro,
to the point where I had to
quit your
blow a ton
job.
of my wages on Ubers to and from work.
Quit your job.
Then there was the time he actually tried to follow me home, and I had to actually tell the Uber driver what was happening so he could drive into the city just to shake the guy's tail. I tipped that guy massively. Even though he initially refused to accept the payment for the ride, he insisted on canceling until I burst into tears and begged him to take the money and my tip. I couldn't make it someone else's problem. I couldn't have that on my mind as well as all the other stuff. I developed something of a relationship with that one
Yeah.
specific Uber driver, and
Bro,
he became kind of a
$7 an hour is not
father
worth that.
figure who always accepted my
Leave.
ride requests whenever he
Leave.
was working and made sure that no one followed me home. He was also the guy that told me that I needed to get the cops involved. I thought that this guy was going to hurt me, that he knew people with the same mentality and that they only ever actually gave up when the law got involved. I didn't even know why I was surprised when I found out that the guy had a previous conviction for stalking, and he seemed to know the legal process like the back of his hand. He knew the process of getting the restraining order through the courts would take weeks at a minimum, and he'd come visit me in the 7-Eleven just to taunt me sometimes, and he'd only leave once I threatened to call the cops on him. That was just about the only thing that seemed to
He
really
gave
get
up
to
on
him
you.
too. The fact that he'd been arrested and convicted over something like that before. I wanted to tell him that he was pathetic,
Is
but
that,
he'd
is
never
that tobacco or is that some other leaf? Because his eye is looking a little.
ever have a good
You got
normal
the
woman
hippie
all to
look
himself.
too, right there.
That he'd always be some deranged psycho who got off on terrorizing those who couldn't defend themselves. But I didn't. In fact, I was told by one of the cops I spoke to, do not antagonize this man under any circumstances. We don't know how far he'll push this if you make him
Smart.
angry. If it's possible, do not engage him whatsoever. So like I said, that was my life for like a whole 3 months. Until the day finally came when my mom got the call from our family's
Oh,
attorney
this house looking.
saying a judge had finally approved the restraining order.
This house looking.
For those
pretty-
wondering, it took so long
basic.
because this guy had no history of actual violence, and the whole arm-grabbing incident wasn't actually classed as an assault for whatever reason. The day it finally came through, though,
Bro's
he must
gonna
have
be
gotten
in
some
her
kind of
room.
notification of it because he just stopped showing up at the 7-Eleven. Seeing him waiting for me outside whenever I finished was such a regular occurrence that when he finally didn't show up, I actually cried with relief. I told Carl, the Uber driver, that I thought I was finally free, and we had a miniature kind of celebration on that final drive back to my house. He still picks me up from time to time, too. Sometimes
Was it
when
a
I've been out
pepper,
drinking
not
with
a
my
salt?
friends, and it's awesome to be reunited with him after such a sickening ordeal.
Dude, someone drew.
I suppose half the reason I'm sharing this is to help other girls avoid going through the same thing I did.
Oh, okay. I
Don't
get it.
hesitate to get the cops involved with something like a stalking issue. There are literally laws in place to help deal with things like that. But the big thing, don't ever show a soft side or seem like you're playing hard to get. If a guy shows you any unwanted attention, either completely ignore him or make it clear that you'll just call the cops. Heck, carry a stun gun or pepper spray if you're legally able to in your state, and just show that SOB that you're carrying so they leave you alone.
Carrying.
I just
pepper
don't want
spray?
any other girl to go through what I
I'm
went
sorry.
through because
Bro, I'm packing heat, bro. I got that pepper spray. I got that pepper spray. I'm packing, bro. You trying to pull up with this heat? You trying to pull up on me? Stay strapped.
I honestly lost almost 4 months of my life to this guy's mental abuse.
Get back to your 90s rock band. Yeah, in the eyes. Bro, what's in his teeth, bro? Bro already got the same teeth, and then he's still got specks in there. Brush your teeth, bro. What's going on?
I'm a 24-year-old male, and this happened to me a few years.
I'm a 24-year-old male, and this happened to me. Bro, your voice isn't that deep.
Years ago when I was around 21.
Bro, nah, I swear I just saw something flash through my house out of the corner of my eye.
I remember because it was shortly after my birthday in
video got me
December.
tripping right now.
It was really
Scary
cold
videos got
outside
me
and there
tripping
was snow
kinda.
on the ground as we had just had a snowstorm pass through our area. I lived with my parents at the time and my mom is not really a fan of driving in the snow, so she asked me if I could drive her to the gas station.
Bro, those do not look like icicles, and there's no way snow's sticking like that. Like, the snow goes halfway off his roof, because you can see the roof ends there, and then it goes halfway off his roof. Yeah, creepy voice. And bro, these houses looking the same too. There's no difference.
For her to pick up some cigarettes for her and my dad, as well as a few other items they might have needed.
Yeah, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, dude. He was here.
I said sure, as I wasn't really doing
I said sure, as I wasn't really doing
anything at the time, and I grabbed my keys, then following her to the car. I remember the cold air hitting your face pretty hard that night.
At least wear a hat. If you're gonna pull up with that cut, at least wear a hat, bro. Nobody wants to see that. Like, yo, cut is not working, bro. I can see the wrinkles in your forehead. This half part is not looking. Yeah, bro, his name is Keith. Bro, I can't. Bro's got no chest hair too, with that voice, that deep voice, and he got no chest hair.
So it had to be at least around the teens, which made the snow and whatever else was on the roads really slippery. This is important to know for later on in the story.
Like, why he balling
the
his
nearest
fist
gas
like
station
that?
was about 5 minutes away from us, but given the conditions of the roads, it took us about 10 to get there. Once I was able to park the car,
It took us about 10 to get there.
my mom got out of the car, then made her way inside the store.
He's so
From where I was
breathy on
parked,
everything.
I could see
Like,
her inside the
everything he
store,
says has
standing
so
in the
much
line
breath.
that was leading up to the register.
He's gonna punch the
I
mom.
kept the car running as it was
Bro.
really cold and I just didn't want to be sitting in the car without any
That's why his
heat.
fist like that.
I was
Yeah,
browsing
bro,
on my
that's totally
phone while
happened.
waiting for my mom to get done, and right around that time I had seen her finally approach the register. There was a black truck that pulled up into the parking spot right next to my car. I found this a bit unusual given that the parking lot was empty, so I mean, there was really
Bro, why? Like, can you even see through those windows when you're driving? How'd you get here? Like, bro, you're not seeing through that. Nobody can see through that. I'm sorry.
no reason for them to park right next to the spot where I was.
Gas.
But I kind of
Gas. Bro, this gas, bro.
just chalked it up to them wanting to be as close to the entrance as they could, given how cold it was that night. No one got out of the car at first, but I didn't even notice this until I looked up to see my mom walking out of the entrance back to the car. I glanced
Bro.
over to the truck's passenger side window, and I could just make out a figure sitting in the passenger seat,
Nah.
and they were facing in my direction.
Bro, how his window changing so fast like that? Yeah, bro. Bro really be breathing every sigh. Bro really be sighing after every word. Standing side, in side, the side line. But like how this, nah, if we got like waiting for the British teeth, for real, dude. Stuff's about to be yellow. But like, look at this right now. How that go from the other, like clear windows like this to this. Like what? Windows do not just change like that. Like how his windows changing like that so fast. Like if you look, okay, bro, the beard he got, yeah, these windows
could
are
just
not
make out a
changing that
figure
fast.
sitting in the passenger seat, and they were facing in my direction. My mom opened the door, then got inside, before then asking me what I was looking at. I told her about the truck pulling up well over a few minutes ago, around the same time that she approached the register, but that nobody had gotten out. She first chalked it up to maybe they were just waiting for someone inside the store to come out. But when I mentioned seeing a figure in the passenger side of the car looking towards our direction, she then began to sense why I was so spooked out by it. She told me to just back out and get out of there, and that we didn't need to worry about them once we drove
Bro,
off.
his eyes are looking so
As soon as I put the car into reverse and then began to back up, the passenger door swung open and hit the side of my car. A tall, very built man stepped out from the car as soon as the door made contact with my car. I hit the brakes as soon as I felt the contact, and the man stood there before throwing his hands up at me and then staring in my direction. I didn't really know what to do,
Bro,
as I'd never really been in any sort of accident
The
before.
teeth! The
And my-
teeth! Finally! Someone with good teeth! Nah, those teeth are not bad. Y'all saying Austin Powers, nah, those are some white teeth.
Mom was sitting
Finally,
right there
some
next
good
to me
teeth.
and could
Our
see as well as
journey
I had that the door had
has
not been opened
completed.
until we had already started moving. The man slowly walked up to my window
Okay,
and just
bro.
stood there.
Why he got such bad teeth, and then these two got nice teeth. Like these are white teeth. Hers kind of going a little yellow, not too much. And this guy, bro, looking like dude in black car is American, and this guy like.
I cracked it very slowly, and I told the man that I was sorry, but that I didn't see the door open as I was backing out. For a brief moment, he didn't really say anything. That is, before he simply asked, "Roll down your window a little bit more. I can barely hear you."
Bro, what? Bro got the voice changer on right now. I can't even give my voice that deep. Roll down the window. Yeah, puts lotion on the skin, gets hose again.
I knew this couldn't be true as it was really quiet in that area, and I wasn't even speaking in a low tone. I told him that I'd prefer to keep it cracked as I really didn't want to let cold air get into the car. This really angered the man,
Oh my-
and he immediately spoke in a more angered tone now.
Bro's face is looking like me after I ate that chip today.
He was telling me to roll down my window yet again. I again told him no, and this is when things then took a turn for
Bro,
the
how
absolute.
his hair? Nah. Look at this.
He immediately spoke in a
Bro's
more angered
head is
tone
moving,
now.
but his hair is staying
He was
still.
telling me to roll down my window yet again.
Like, look.
I
look.
again told him no,
His
and
hair's
this is
staying
when
still,
things then
but
took a
his
turn
head's
for the
somehow moving.
absolute worse.
Me when I
Without
don't
any
get
warning
veggies.
whatsoever, the man smacked my window really hard with his hand. Startled, I immediately jumped back and rolled the window up.
Just drive! Just drive! What's preventing
My
you
mom
right
was
now?
right beside me, just absolutely yelling for me to just back out and leave.
Agreed.
But I was really afraid of hitting the man in the process. Process.
Hitting the man in the process. They lit his hair on a separate layer. Yeah. Dude, hitting she's the smartest person so far. Yeah, hit him, bro. Like, nobody cares.
He was still right next to my car.
Hit him.
The
Just
man
hit
kept
him.
smacking my window really hard
Nah,
a few more
hit him.
times
Hit
before he then
him.
tried punching it.
Like, back up and then
It was
run
right at
him
this
over,
point where I
back
realized
up,
that if I
run him
didn't get my
over
mom and I
again,
out of
and
there
then
fast,
leave.
this guy was definitely gonna hurt us.
So get out of there.
I could see the cashier inside the gas station heard what was going on, and he looked to be on the phone with what I could only assume was the police. But there was absolutely no way I could wait for them, as the man was now both punching at my window and now kicking my door.
Oh, it was an accident.
It was like some switch had been flipped on in
Didn't
this
see
man's
him there.
head, and he had just totally lost
For real,
it.
what's with the
I
Bro,
told my
this
mom
is
to
not-
hold on
this
as
is
I put the
not
car into
bobblehead.
reverse again and backed out of there as fast as I could, just barely missing the guy by a few inches.
This animation, bro.
I pulled fully out of the parking spot before
you
the man.
missed the guy? You backed up and missed the guy? Like, nah, bro, I'm backing up, running him over on purpose. Even if I go out of my way to do it, I'm still doing it. Bro, yeah, why you miss him? Hit him.
And ran out in front
Bro
of
needs
our
to
car
run
and
him
slammed his
over.
hands right on the
Yeah,
hood.
oh my gosh,
I sat there
bro.
frozen, not knowing what to
Looks
do
like a
as the man looked
B-movie
right
set,
back
but
at me.
why? For real,
I turned
dude.
the car wheel, then sped
Bro's
around
like
him,
a
trying to
shark-
avoid him the best that I could
this
before
looking like
booking it the hell out of
Sharknado
there.
right now.
After that, I honestly thought that was the end of it. But as we made our way down the road to a stoplight,
I already got the title. The man banging on the window. Come see in theaters this fall. The man who just can't stop banging on the window. I don't know. That was pretty bad, but hit him, then go in reverse, then forward. For real, dude. And his mom. Yeah.
I was able to see headlights that was
Bro,
fast
he's-
approaching from behind
bro,
our car. And
you're
once it was
done.
close
You're
enough
done.
behind us, I could then see
done.
that it was the same truck the man was in.
Oh, really? Oh, really? It's the same truck, huh? It's the same truck, is it really?
There appeared to be two people inside
Bruh.
of it. I assumed the man I encountered must have been the passenger, and I guess the driver was someone I hadn't noticed before.
Bro, there's
I told
two
my
people?
mom that it was them behind us,
No.
and she started to freak out and call my dad.
I'm sorry, but I think your car can get out of there a bit faster than his truck. Yeah, should have ran him over, bro. Yeah, bro, it is Jeff Bezos. Bro, it's Jeff Bezos. Yo, not Andrew Tate, bro. It's Jeff Bezos. Bro, yo, can I get a free Amazon package, please?
Then letting him know what was going on. We were still probably about 10 minutes away from our house given the road conditions, but I knew that there was no way that I could get us back to our house in that amount of time before these guys tried to ram us off the road, or whatever else they had planned for
Yeah,
us.
just go.
My dad
Step
told my mom
on
for
it.
us to attempt to head back towards our house and that he would try and meet us halfway in his truck. She told me this, and I agreed that this had to be our best option, given that I couldn't turn around and head back to the gas station still not
Bro.
knowing if the police had even been called or not. So once the light turned green, I punched on the gas and
Once
sped
the
off.
light turned green, I'm sorry, bro.
I'm gonna be
speeding.
completely honest. I really wasn't being that cautious of the road at this point, as there really weren't any
Good.
other cars at this point of
Yeah.
the night.
Middle
There
of the
were
night,
a
you
few
should be
times
good,
where the
bro.
car
Just
slid from
step
the
on
ice
it.
on the road, and I knew that it would only take one turn of the wheel to lose control. But I wasn't going to slow
Oh, I
down and let
forgot.
these guys catch up to us.
For
After
real, they
about a
don't-
few minutes
like,
of driving,
bro's
we were able to see
off-roading. Bro, where's this road come from? Like, right back here. He was off-roading. Oh, wait, no, there's
the
a
wheel
road there.
to lose control.
But, like,
But I wasn't
he's
going to slow down and
off-roading
let
right
these
now.
guys catch up to us. After about a few minutes
I
of
forgot it
driving,
was snowing,
we
though.
were
That
able to
kinda
see
explains
headlights
why
right in front of us on the other side of the
I
road.
wasn't speeding.
I was thinking that it had to be my father, and as we got a little closer, we were able to make out his truck beyond the lights. Very surprisingly, the truck was still behind us, still keeping pace with me given the road conditions. I could see my father cut across a midsection of the roads and then stop shortly off the side of the road.
What about the truck? I thought there was a truck. This do not look like a truck. Is this
I
his
started to
father?
slow down right as we approached and then pulled off to the side of the road, the truck still following me.
Bro, nah, did he not say there was a truck? Did he not say that his dad had a truck? This is not looking like a truck.
As I came
keep
to a
right
stop,
clicking.
the same man from before that was in the passenger
real?
seat hopped out of the car, then started making his way to our car. The driver opened his door, but before he could step out, both of the men stopped dead in their tracks at the sound of my father's voice. I suggest that both of you hop back in that car and drive right on out of here before I put a bullet in the both of you.
So,
I could see my dad
bro,
walk.
W move right there. Like, smartest person. W move. Here's there's a problem. He's packing heat. He's like, I'm not about to pull up there and just pull up there without anything. Yeah, Giga Chad moment right there.
Looking out into the
This
light,
is Giga
radiating
Chad.
from both his and my headlights.
He got them crazy eyes.
He had his 9mm pistol pulled and aimed right at the man's head as he stood right next to my car. I pretty much just watched as both of the men just stood there for a brief moment as my dad slowly inched his way towards them.
Nah, Tate.
The man then
See, the
very
thing with Andrew Tate, though, is he would pull up with a sword. He would pull up with a sword. This guy pulls up with a
slowly
knife.
backed away towards his truck, before then speaking to what I assumed was my father.
You better stop right there before I run you through with my sword.
You're really lucky you got here when you did.
The man laughed and jumped back into his truck, before it quickly
he doing
backed
to
out and
that
drove
pistol?
off in the other
I don't know,
direction.
man.
My dad walked to my window and he asked me and my mom if we were okay. I remember
Gets
telling
us
him
again.
that other than being scared shitless, I think we were fine. Shortly afterwards, my dad followed us back home just to make sure no one else followed us. I really have no idea
You're
what those
Willy-
men's intentions
Willy
were
lucky
or
you
why the
got
man
here.
acted the way he did. All I know is that if I hadn't reacted how I did to get my mom and I out of there, I just really hate to think what those men would have done to us.
Nah, see, you pulled the wrong move because you should have ran
So
him
as some
over.
background, my family live about a state away from me, and at
Oh, it's another story. Nah, bro. See that last story? Giga Chad at the end. He followed us home for protection. Giga Chad. There was a absolute Giga Chad. Yeah, where else would he go? He followed us home for protection. Did you really have to say where you're going? You're going back to 7-Eleven, aren't you?
the time that this happened, I had just turned 18 years old, and my mom would finally let me drive to go see them, which was about a 5.5 hour
Volkswagen
drive.
Golf?
No biggie. I was like, bet. I can smoke and drive that easily.
I was. What? I was like, I was like, bet I could smoke and drive that really easily. I was like, bet,
And I did just that.
and I did just that. I can smoke and drive that so easily, and I did just that.
About halfway there, I needed to stop to get some gas and get snacks. As you can guess, I had the munchies. I wasn't really familiar with the drive or
Don't smoke and drive, kids. Not a W move. It's just like drinking and driving.
where the gas stations were on the way there, and they were kind of spread out. So as soon as I felt like it wasn't smart to wait until I found another gas station, I pulled off the highway. I've always been sort of suspicious of people in general
is that
because
a guy
I've not
or
had
a
an
girl? Is that just a guy with long hair, or is that a girl with a deep, manly voice? Can someone please explain to me?
easy childhood. I grew up learning just to
Slurpee
kind of
time.
feel when things
Got
are
the
not
munchies,
right.
Time to go get a Slurpee.
So I wasn't really worried about being by myself because I knew how to handle myself. So I pull up to this relatively empty gas station, maybe one or two other cars, but it was a larger
Yeah,
one with one of the
for
antique
real.
shops in it.
As you could guess, I got the munchies.
I parked at a pump, locked my doors, and go inside. There was no one at the counter yet, and there was a sign on the counter saying that they would be right back. So I just go and pick out a snack and a drink.
Gas.
Well, when I previously walked in, I noticed a man, late 20s, kind of just wandering around in the store.
Oh,
I
think
saw him glance over at me when I walked inside, but didn't really think about it. Not really paying him any kind of attention, I went and opened the door to the soda when he comes right up next to me and opens the one next to mine.
Do your hair.
This wasn't particularly weird to me,
Moobs?
but the fact that he was literally all the way across the
I guess so. I guess this must just be Moobs, because his voice
Store
is
when
a
I
bit
came
too
in.
deep to be a girl.
And then as soon as I go over there, he does too. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go look for a different drink. So I
Okay. Okay. Bro,
I go to the tea section and
So
stand there for a
breathy with
sec,
his
and he
words.
follows me to the one right next to me yet again. Only this time he looks
Yet again.
at me, smiles a really creepy closed-lip smile, and then says,
Hi there.
I do also want to
Hi
say
there.
that even though he could have easily just been trying to be nice or flirt or something, I had an instant creepy vibe from him when he first walked over, and that intuition has never failed me before. At this point, I just
Hi
look at
there.
him, nod my head, then grab something and go to the counter, thinking to myself that I can just grab a snack later.
Yeah.
He comes right up behind me with just one of those jerky sticks. Literally didn't grab even anything from the refrigerators that he was looking in right next to mine, and just stands super
Bro,
close to me.
Nah, bro. You
And I
don't
mean,
need
he
a
was literally
snack
right
now.
up behind me.
You don't need
I
a
could feel
snack
his
right
body
now.
heat and his breath on the back of my neck. I'm literally just
Yo, Joe Biden, that you?
waiting for this freaking cashier to hurry up and come in here so I can get the heck away from him. So I decide to start calling for someone. No one answers or comes out. The dude behind me is texting on his phone, and he's just looking around and at the door like he's waiting for someone. Finally, I'm just like, screw it, I'm out of here. I leave my drink on the counter and walk out. He follows me. At
Oh
this
my
point, I
God.
literally run to my car, and I remember feeling him grasp my jacket, but with the momentum of my arm swinging, he wasn't able to get a firm hold on me. I hop in and lock the doors, turning my car in record speed. We make eye contact, and out of the corner of my eye, I can see two men run from around the corner of the gas station. All three of them run at my car, which is not very far from where the first guy is, and
Yeah.
I just floor it out of there, almost nearly wrecking my car on the corner. I don't know what they were
She's
planning on
just
doing,
being
but
stupid,
I imagine
like,
I was about to get
Why
kidnapped.
leave the safety you have right now? Like, you had safety in 7-Eleven. They weren't going to do anything while you're sitting in there. Maybe go behind the desk if you're that scared. Yeah, why are they just standing like that, too? Like, you'd think they'd try to stop the car or something. They're just sitting there. Whoop! We messed up. Time to chill. Like, nah, stay in the safety of 7-Eleven. And you should be fine. Until, like, call the police. Go to the back. And when someone's stalking you like that, the employees are not going to care if you go into an employee-only section.
I called the police because I don't know where the cashier was, and I just had a really bad feeling that they did something to them. By the time the police got there, they were gone.
Oh, there's no cashier.
I now always carry a knife on me whenever I go on that drive.
Nah, see, the problem, though, if you're carrying a knife, is, yeah, you have the knife. You might be able to cut him. But did you see how much bigger that guy was than her? Like, if that guy... Yeah, if that guy... you're not gonna, like... He's almost twice your size. You with a knife, he's gonna be able to easily overpower you, take your knife, and then you're powerless still. You're not gonna be able to win that way. She almost wrecked the curb because she drinking and driving and smoking. For real. Yo, what? Oh, yeah. I don't know. React to Joe Bartolozzi? Nah. Nah, he's just gonna... He already reacts to stuff, and so I'm not gonna react to someone reacting to something else. He doesn't have any other videos, I don't think. I don't know. We can go back to this drifting. What do we want to watch on here? Let's go to his videos. This guy, he just did the drifting. Which one do we want to watch? I'm not going to watch an hour-long video. I'll watch like a... Oh, we could watch a Darman. Let's watch a Darman. Let's watch what's Okay, what's Starman's latest video? Dorky girl gets revenge on hot guy. What happens is shocking. Oh, you have to leave the stream?
It's getting late.
Okay, you
I
good.
should probably leave.
You good. Thank you for tuning in. But, what do we want to watch? See ya. I'll probably stream again tomorrow, so if you want to tune in. But, we got Kid Steals Tickets at Fun Center. He lives to regret it. Goth girl picked on in school. What happens is shocking. Taco Man one. Taco Man's life changed in 24 hours. What happens next is shocking. That's 17 minutes. I don't know, I guess 17 minutes. This last one, though. I'm gonna end stream after this.
Here you go, buddy.
Hi, what are you doing?
You want something to eat, little man?
I don't have any money.
Don't worry. This one's on me.
Oh, yeah,
I
big time.
tell you about talking to stranger? He could be dangerous.
Ma'am, it's not like that at all.
Bro. Wait, he was about to get a free taco. Why you gotta do him like that?
Hey, you need to leave. You scare my customers.
Ma'am, I'm sorry. Please. I'm
Bro,
just
what's
trying
this
to make a couple bucks.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. Now you need to go and you need to take this dirty dog with you.
Guy in the background, like. Yo, actually, why don't we save this video for the next time I react? And we'll watch this next time I react. But I'm probably actually going to end the stream tonight because I'm kind of tired. But we can stream again tomorrow. All right, see ya.